Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at apple cider vinegar. As with any products we review here on the channel, I would suggest that you consult your medical professional before you take any particular products that we review here, because they have your medical history and in particular may know any allergies that you may have of any of the products that we review here. And believe it or not, I did used to work with someone who did have a bit of a vinegar allergy, and of course some individuals have experienced other GI type difficulties when taking apple cider vinegar. So this will be based on my own personal experience. And the reasoning behind taking apple cider vinegar was to help with heart health. Now, I suffer from a condition called diastolic dysfunction with myocardial ischemia. Now, this is something that people will develop as they age, but nonetheless, I believe that I've always had this type of an issue. It essentially is that the left ventricle muscles in my heart do not entirely relax, allowing that chamber to fill. So I have to keep my heart rate at a certain level. So I have a certain fitness level threshold that I have to maintain. Now, that does not prohibit me from being able to engage in certain physical activities, but of course I'm not going to be out doing any crossfitting or sprinting and other types of heavy endurance type activity. But nonetheless, I did want to just kind of introduce this as part of a heart health program. But along with it, of course, I had been doing keto and intermittent fasting, so it does or can help with some weight loss. So again, you're going to want to check with your physician to make sure that this would be something that you could introduce, particularly if you're someone who, or particularly if you are someone who suffers from diabetes or even type 2 diabetes. You're going to want to consult your physician before introducing this product, as it does help or it does function as a way for the body to burn sugar. So you're going to make sure that you're maintaining your glucose and things of that particular nature. But in my particular situation here, I kind of wanted to introduce it as a heart healthy type program. So in the 2 years, what I can tell you that I have personally experienced is, first off, sometimes when I consume a lot of caffeine or have very stressful days and that sort of thing, I can often get a little bit of, palpitations or sensations in my heart, or even kind of like little electrical type feelings throughout my chest and arms, of course. And these are all things that my physician has told me about that could be indicative to the myocardial ischemia and diastolic dysfunction and that sort of thing. So nothing alarming, it's not leading to or signs of a particular heart attack or those types of things. These are just things that my physician has told me that I could experience. Although I've pretty much had this condition all my life, I've always kind of known that I've had it. But one of the first things I noticed is that after taking apple cider vinegar for quite some time, that sensation in my heart and so forth, the tinglings and those types of things kind of started to slowly go away. I don't have like a particular explanation for it, other than perhaps a promotion of good circulation and conditioning and additional heart health from losing weight and exercising and doing keto and intermittent fasting. So those could all be obviously contributing factors, but that is something that I wanted to note. The next thing that I want to note here is that allergies. I do suffer from allergies quite often. I'm very receptive to having issues around dust. And of course, if you're in any type of home environment or office environment or other environment where there is dust, then obviously you know that if you have allergies to it, how you may feel and what you may experience. But I have found that along with having taken apple cider vinegar, my allergies aren't as bad. I can't say that they, of course, have cured or eliminated allergies, but it has reduced those effects. The other thing that I have to say, and this was probably one of the biggest for me, and maybe one of the ones that may kind of even surprise you or surprise individuals who have taken apple cider vinegar, is that since I've been taking apple cider vinegar, I have not gotten the flu. I have not even gotten a cold. I've had days where my sinuses have kicked in a little bit higher, or just typical sinus type things maybe for a day or two. But even having been around people at Christmas time, Thanksgiving, family gatherings, being out in public, being in close proximity of other people at the bank or other places that I have gone, when there were obviously people at times that had colds, and I knew my family members had the flu, and even being around them knowing they had the flu, I never got it. Never got a cold, never even got the flu. Now, I typically get the flu or some type of sinus condition around the normal flu seasons because I'm around my family, I'm around my friends, and of course my niece and nephews are little, so they're in school, and of course they, get all these types of conditions that get passed around at school, as you know, and even being around them, never got a cold, never got the flu. But as far as like weight loss and so forth, I'd say that it does seem to help. Now, the way I would take the apple cider vinegar is every morning 2 tablespoons in warm water. And I would not recommend you take the shots because it's obviously, if you have stomach issues or GI issues, that can be a little harsh. If you're just getting started on apple cider vinegar, I would certainly say maybe start with even a teaspoon in water first. Now, I use warm water because, if you've followed any of the morning routines of certain types of dieting or other programs, you'll see that they always encourage you to use warm water in the mornings, with lemon, apple cider vinegar. Sometimes people even put in curcumin and those types of combinations into their drinks. But nonetheless, overall, I would say that apple cider vinegar has had a very positive benefit for me personally. Now, of course, I review other products here on the channel. I try to be as objective with you as possible and try to give you an outline of what I've experienced. So those are the 3 things that I have really noticed. That is sensations within my cardiovascular health. Also that reduction in allergies and colds and avoiding having had the flu, as well as being able to get a little bit of benefit from weight loss from apple cider vinegar. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to include the actual Bragg apple cider vinegar down in the published section. If you want to go to my Amazon influencer page, of course, you can see other products that I have there on the page, but you can order the Bragg's in particular if you want to. I think it's a very good product. It's made here in the United States, which is something that I particularly like. But nonetheless, guys, this has been my particular experience with apple cider vinegar. If you've had certain experiences with apple cider vinegar, by all means, be sure to publish those down in the comments, or if you're watching this on Facebook, you can respond on Facebook or whatever social media platform you happen to be watching it on. I would love to hear your particular story about apple cider vinegar. All right, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up for this review. If you haven't already, be sure you click that like button right now down there in the left-hand corner, along with, as you're watching, to click on this little channel icon you see appearing right here on the channel if you are a YouTube subscriber. That way you guys will know when there's additional reviews or other content here on the channel. And of course, you can click that notification. So if you guys do want to know immediately when content is out, you'll be able to know when it is if you click that notification. And I'll see you guys in the next review.